So we've all heard the horror stories about dive accidents, and we've read stories about people being in decompression chambers for hours on end, and we know we do not want to be there. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 scuba diving safety rules which we all have to follow on every dive. Hi, I'm Diane from ScubaDivingSmiles.com, and let's get right into it. Now, the first scuba diving safety rule is never hold your breath. Never, never, never on any part of the dive, not just your ascent, while you're descending, while you're at depth, while you're changing levels during your dive, and while you ascend. Because what happens to the air in our lungs? It's going to contract and compress as we descend. But then what happens the opposite when we rise up? Of course, that air is going to expand. So we always want to be breathing in and out so the air in the lungs has a place to get out, because otherwise the air is going to keep on expanding in the lungs, and in the worst case scenario, you can do some serious damage to your lungs, and we know we do not want that to happen. So if you take nothing away from this video, always remember this cardinal rule: never hold your breath while you're diving at any point of the dive. And now on to our second scuba diving safety rule. And this rule is to ascend slowly and with control. Now, it is easy to lose awareness of your ascent rate, so always be cognizant of how fast you are rising. Now, ideally, we all have computers, and if we rise too fast in that water column, the dive computer will give us some signal, either a light, a beep, a vibration, whatever it may be. And if your dive computer doesn't do that, get another dive computer. But the rule now is to never rise more than 30 feet per second. Some people also say don't rise faster than your smallest bubbles, but always be cognizant of how fast you're rising up in that water column, especially as you're ascending from the end of the dive and going to your safety stop. Because as you ascend, you are getting rid of nitrogen in your body. And if you ascend too quickly, your body's not going to be able to get rid of all that nitrogen. And that could lead to bubbles being formed in your tissues and blood. And this is what leads to getting the bends or decompression illness. And of course, after every dive, we always want to do a safety stop at 15 feet for 3 to 5 minutes. And this is going to give your body time to get rid of that nitrogen. And after your safety stop, resist shooting up from your safety stop to the surface of the water. And I've seen countless divers do this. Because the greatest pressure change happens in this last 15 feet, this is when the nitrogen could expand the most. So you want to do a slow ascent from 15 feet to the surface of the water, ideally even less than the 30 feet per minute. So if you're at a 15-foot safety stop, it should take you at least 30 seconds to get from your safety stop to the surface of the water. So if you do feel that urge to just go from the safety stop, because everything's all good, right, to the surface, tell yourself no. You have to go even more slowly than you did getting to that 15-foot safety stop. So tell me, what is your biggest worry about scuba diving? Are you worried you're going to get bent and have to go into the decompression chamber? Please share in the comments below. And now on to our third scuba diving safety rule, and that is to always get proper training. Never dive beyond your ability or what you are trained for. So if you think about going into a cave, you think about going into a wreck, do not do that unless you have the proper training. There are courses that you can take will give you the necessary skills to safely dive in any of those environments. Now, I know it may be tempting to go into that cave or go into that wreck, but please don't do it. Only do dives what you're trained for, and do not dive in any environment which you have not received the proper training for. And if you ever read any of those dive accident stories, a lot of those stories involve a diver doing a dive for which he was not properly trained for. And we do not want to be the subject of one of those stories. So if you want to do one of those dives, get the proper training and then go and do it safely and have fun. And if you would like some more beginner scuba diver tips, just click on this video right here where I share some more tips with you. And I hope to see you there. In the meantime, happy and safe diving.